I guess, peace for me through. So to offer a little bit of context, I first started thinking of doing an SM year last summer, and it was a very long decision process, which is honestly a story for another time. But overall, I decided to SM and decided to go to Majro because I truly didn't feel called anywhere else. I knew that Majro was the place for me. And so I knew it would be hard, but in my life I've learned that God would always pull me through whatever hard things I'm going through. And so knowing that it would be a really hard, difficult year, I knew that I would grow a lot and that God would, take me through whatever happened. And so I was very excited, and I remember getting the email that I was accepted, and I cried because I was so excited that it was all, coming together and that I would be able to go and serve God and to meet the kids that I'll be teaching. But as we got closer, the excitement sort of died down a little bit, and part of that is because I finally, in my last quarter at Walla Walla, this spring quarter, I felt like I had found the best place for me. I loved all of my friends. I loved every second I spent there, honestly. It was just such a beautiful time, and so it was really hard for me to leave. And part of my fear was that I had finally found somewhere that I was happy, but I was leaving that and didn't know that I would necessarily find that in my SM year. And then, honestly, once I got home, things just started falling apart. I found out that there would be no other SMs like I had anticipated. There will be a married couple there, but they weren't here in Guam with us, so I'm leaving from here alone. And so that leads to me living alone while I'm there. And my teaching role also changed because I was supposed to be the third grade homeroom teacher, and then they were like, but we don't have enough teachers, so you actually need to teach English to first and second and third and fourth grade. So a lot of changes, a lot of unexpected things, and my fear and dread for the year honestly just overtook my excitement, and I was just absolutely terrified as I was preparing to come. And then in the middle of all of these things, even though I was so scared, I still knew that I would be okay, and I was like, at the very least, I know that I'm still gonna go. I never doubted that I would go to Majro. People were asking me, they were like, are you gonna switch places? Are you gonna go somewhere else? And I said, no, there was never anywhere else for me to go. And so I still knew that I was gonna make it through and go, but I was just so scared and struggled to believe that I could be okay or even enjoy it. But then in the midst of all of this, I helped my friend do a VBS at her church, and I was teaching the Bible story class. And so while we were going through, we were doing the story of Elijah. And so the day 2 was about Elijah being fed by the widow at Zarephath. And this is found in 1 Kings 17, 8 through 16, but I'm just gonna summarize it. Basically, Elijah is following God's lead, and so he goes and he's told that there will be a widow that will take care of him and feed him. And so he meets the widow, but she's basically out of food, and her son and her are going to die because they don't have enough to eat. But Elijah says, no, trust God, it'll be okay. And so she makes him food, and God continues to provide flour and oil for her, and they continue to have what they need. And so in the script, because they obviously don't just give you the Bible story, they give you a little script to follow for the kids. So they really emphasized that God didn't give it to them all at once, but God gave them what they needed each day. Emphasized it. They were like, kids, can you say daily trust? And so they just really hit that point hard of you need to trust God